Welcome to It's Happening in Grand Prairie. I'm Georgia Clemson, and we have a wonderful guest for you, but I'm a little bit confused about her name. She looks like Lenore St. John, who is the Library Services Manager for Grand Prairie, Texas, but she has on this strange name tag.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
Well, I am dressed up as the library mascot, Paige Turner. We have two library mascots, Paige Turner and Reed Daly, who go out to all of our school visits this May to get all of the students excited about the Summer Reading Club. And it's just a fun way to get everyone engaged of all the things that we have going on at the City of Grand Prairie Public Libraries.
We're very glad to have you, Lenore.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Now, we want to know everything that's going to happen this summer at the library.
Well, this summer, we have something going on almost every single day for people of all ages. We have over 173 free programs that are going on at each one of our locations. So we have the main location, the Warmack and Shotwell locations that have a ton of fun programs. It's too much to talk about in just 8 minutes, so I'm just going to highlight a few of them. We kicked off our Summer Reading Challenge with the fire department. They helped us get fired up about reading on May 30th, brought out their big fire engine and ambulance and showed everyone all the fun things that they get to do. And it was just a great way for kids to sign up for the Summer Reading Challenge.
And let me ask you this. One of the chief complaints we hear from the kids at home is, I'm bored. No school, but I'm bored. What do you do about that?
Well, I have a ticket to cure boredom this summer. It is our Summer Reading Log, and we ask that everyone pledge to read for 5 hours. For children, they get a prize for every 5 hours that they read this summer with an unlimited amount of prizes that they can get. So we are encouraging that they read as much as they can, and we will give them incentives to continue reading over the summer.
Now that's motivation.
But that's not all. We have prizes for teens. For the first 5 hours they read, they get a superhero string doll. And for each additional 5 hours that they read, they get to be put into the drawing for one of 3 Kindle Fires.
Now how do I get enrolled to do this?
All you have to do is come to the library and pick up a ticket for the Summer Reading Log. For our students that are enrolled in GPISD, we've actually given out all of the students in GPISD have a log and a bookmark that were given home to them as they were leaving school this year. So if they lost it, no big deal. Come to the library, we have a ton, just pick one up, read for 5 hours, bring it back, and just fill in this little bit of information, and you can be eligible for prizes.
And that's at any of our library locations?
Any of our library
and
locations.
And what are they?
The main library, the Warmack Library, and the Shotwell Library, and you can actually sign up too. Adults can also sign up for our Summer Reading Challenge, and they will also be put into the drawing for one of 3 Kindle Fires.
And Lenore, can I do that online, or do I need to go to the library?
That's a really great question. We will have an online component a little bit later in the summer. It's called mysrc.org, and you're able to log in and just print out your ticket and present that to any of the library staff.
Now, if I prefer to read, that's great. And if I just want to come for some activities, what do you have to offer?
Well, we have something for almost all ages. So for our children, we have weekly touring programs on Monday at each location. Some highlights are Life-Size Candyland. We will have a band at the K-Pastas that are super fun that will be performing at all of our locations. And we will also have my favorite, Zooniversity. So if you love animals, they will bring all kinds of animals for the children to pet and get to learn more about them.
Now, as a parent or grandparent, how do I find the schedule of where these will be and when?
You can pick up an event guide at one of our locations, or you can look online at gptx.org, and we have a calendar of events. Our events run from June 1st all the way through the end of school, so August 17th.
Wow, and tell us some more.
Well, we actually have partnered with the police department, and they will help us kick off our finale just to get all of our reading logs back in. It's badges and books, and they bring out all of their police weapons and all the fun things that they have. They also bring their police dog as well. And That will be August 8th, 10 to noon at the main library. They will also be teaching kids how to be ninja kids, and it's just a safety program where kids can learn self-defense, what to do about stranger danger. We also have programs for teens. We have weekly programs where they can make fun activities with paracord, beads. We have DNA experiments that they can do. And we also have weekly movies for teens and children. And for adults, we have a healthy living series at our Warmack and our main library. At Warmack, if you want to get in summer shape, we have Zumba.
Wow.
It's going to be at our Warmack branch, and we will have a healthy living series at Maine that covers conscious parenting, eating well on a budget, dream interpretation. So there will be a lot of fun programs for anybody.
In the very beginning, you said a very important word. All of these things are free to citizens of Grand Prairie. Is that correct?
That is correct. It is completely free to go to any of these programs, and while you're there, you can sign up for a library card, which is also free, which connects you to not just books, but we have movies, CDs, magazines, ebooks, and we have a ton of free resources, such as our databases that help with resume help, cover letter writing, interview skills, and if you're interested in genealogy, we also have some genealogy databases as well. So you don't just get books with your library card, you get a lot of other fun things too.
The library is more exciting than it's ever been, isn't it?
We are working on it. We are trying to be the happening place to be.
And if I did want to bring children, what ages do you prefer? At what age can we bring them?
So we have something that is developmentally appropriate for all ages. We do have our weekly story times, and we are starting a baby story time at the main library that is specifically for lapsets. So even if you have grandkids or children that are babies and infants, we have a story time for them too. So we really strive to have something developmentally appropriate for children of all ages.
That is so exciting. That's wonderful. Well, we are just delighted that you came to tell us about the library today,
Well,
Lenore.
thank you so much, Georgia, for having me.
It's been my pleasure. And we'll be right back.
Jessica, we need to leave right now.
I need to get something. Dance recitals are so boring.
There's a meaning no one knows. Waiting to be set
So,
free.
what's the empty suitcase for?
The grand prize trophy.
Duh.
Confidence. Pass it on.
I was born to be somebody.
Welcome back. And welcome to one of our favorite guests here on It's Happening, Mr. Bill Moser with the Chamber of Commerce. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having me again, Georgia.
Well, of course, and how nice of you to color coordinate with me.
Yes, I'm glad you sent me the memo early enough today that I could get my blue jacket out.
Very nice. Now, I know there are lots of things going on, but why don't we start with our sustaining members for the Chamber?
We always like to start with talking about our sustaining members, and this is a group of 25 businesses that basically sustain the Chamber by giving amounts over and above what they would normally have to give as their membership contribution. We have different levels. We started off with gold, silver, and bronze, and then we got people who went above and beyond that too, so we had to add ruby and all kinds of other things. So
That's a good problem.
It is a good problem,
Yes.
yes. And as I tell people all the time, please try to patronize these businesses. I mean, some of us don't patronize Airbus helicopters that much because we don't buy helicopters, but there's lots of businesses in Grand Prairie that funnel up to Airbus or something like that. And if you can, please support these businesses. Our sustaining members are, at the Emerald level, Hong Kong Marketplace, Asia Times Square. At the Platinum level, we have Airbus Helicopters, Classic Chevrolet, the Thompson Group in Grapevine, and my personal favorite, Grand Bank of Texas.
Yes.
At the Gold level, we have ER at Grand Prairie, JMH Printing, Medical Center of Arlington, Neighborhood Credit Union, and Encore Electric Delivery. At the Silver level, we have Fast Signs at Highway 67 in Duncanville, Traders Village. They were new this year. They moved up, actually, from Bronze. And then at the Bronze level, we have 2 NetLink services, Baylor Medical Center in Irving, the City of Grand Prairie Ford, Haynes & Boone Law Firm, Lockheed Martin Fire and Missile Controls. I'm still trying to buy something from them.
Yes.
You never know when you could use a missile.
That's right.
Sam's Club, Texas General Hospital, Texas Health, Arlington Memorial Hospital, Titan Contractors, Verizon Theater at Grand Prairie. I like going there. Victor's Event Room in the historic Anderson Building, Walmart. Everybody goes to Walmart.
Everyone.
And, of course, Uncle Bob's Self-Storage. Those are our sustaining members.
Great.
And we thank them.
Yes, we do. And tell us about the next events.
Okay, well, we had a lot of events in June, but with the recent rains, we've had to reorganize things. And so June's going to kind of be a little bit of a down month, but we still do have quite a few events. We have our monthly Coffee Cup Connection, which is Friday, June the 12th. It's at the Chamber office. The cost to participate is $1 plus a business card, and then you get a chance to win back your money at the end with the business card drawing.
And you have a little breakfast.
And we have a breakfast, and it's at the Chamber office on Conover Drive in Grand Prairie. Our speaker is Incon Marketing, and the topic this month is going to be the hidden secrets of effective marketing.
And everybody wants to know
Everybody
a secret.
wants to know the secret. That's
Yes.
right. Everyone wants to know the secret of marketing. We have our monthly luncheon lead on the third Tuesday of the month. That's June the 16th. It's always at Mixed Up Burgers at the Grand Prairie Municipal Airport. It's between 11:30 and 1 p.m. The cost is $10, which includes your lunch and the tip. The speaker this month is going to be a gentleman by the name of Eugene DeBose, and he's going to talk on, can you afford to file a lawsuit? I don't know if he's on the side of the people that are going after the insurance company or the other way, or I don't what, but
We'll find out.
we'll find out if we
Yes.
go to that. And if you want to go, you can call Alex at the Chamber or email her at everybody's email address at the Chamber is the same. It's Alex at grandprairiechamber.org or Lynn at grandprairiechamber.org or Sarah at. And the phone number over there is the same for everybody, 972-264-1558. So that's the luncheon lead. Now, our monthly luncheon this month is kind of special because every time we have a legislative session, the Chamber takes a bus and we go down there and meet with our legislators and everything. Well, we didn't get to go this year because our legislative session was scheduled when it snowed in Grand Prairie and we couldn't get out and it was too dangerous, and it really wasn't so much, it was more coming back than it would be to go down there. So at any rate, they canceled our legislative session. So in order, or not our session, they canceled our trip down there
Right.
to the legislative session. So in order to compensate everybody for that, not getting a chance to talk to the legislators, now that the session is fixing to be over, we're going to have a legislative luncheon. And it's going to be our normal luncheon date, which is the third Wednesday of the month. This month it's June the 17th. It's between 11:30 and 1. It's at the Ruthie Jackson Center. But what we're going to do is we're going to have 5 or maybe more, these are the 5 I have right now, legislators that are coming to speak and answer questions. The people that are going to be there are Texas Senator Kelly Hancock, Texas Senator Royce West, Texas Senator Brian Birdwell, Texas Representative Chris Turner, and Representative Rodney Anderson. All of them represent parts of Grand Prairie, and there's even more than that, and they're trying to get all those folks if they can, but those for sure have RSVP'd that they're coming. And while we're on the topic of RSVPing, if you want to go to the luncheon, you have to RSVP. You have to call the Chamber or send Alex an email or whatever and say you're coming, because I think the legislators have requested that there not be any surprise guests, and so walk-ups are not going to be allowed. Normally at a Chamber luncheon, we have plenty of room. I think they're expecting a large crowd for this too, and we have to give a guarantee to the Ruthie Jackson Center. So all that being said, you have to RSVP to the Chamber. You can call Alex at 264-1558, or you can email Alex at grandprairiechamber.org. But that's going to be, as I said, the 17th of June, and the RSVP deadline is June the 12th. Cost is $15. And if you have any more questions, you can always call the Chamber about that. But as I said, normally we don't require the RSVPs, but on this one we are.
And what a great opportunity to get to hear all of these gentlemen and ask questions if you have time. And you know, when you have that many politicians together, it may go longer than an hour and a
We may
half.
not be able to get a word in edgeways. Maybe they'll get one question each, and then the
Right.
lunch will be finished. We do
Right.
have an hour and a half, but that is 5 politicians in
That's
one room at
right.
the same time. You're right. In addition to that, we have our monthly business after hours, which is always the 4th Thursday of the month. This month it's the 25th. It's going to be at the Hyatt Place at 1542 North Highway 360 in Grand Prairie, and it's a casual networking business after hours opportunity. It's actually free to anybody, but membership is free, and usually the place provides hors d'oeuvres and beverages, sometimes adult beverages, sometimes not, but it's a nice way to go and meet other business people and check someplace out if you haven't been there. Like I said, that's June the 25th. We have our monthly Hispanic networking meeting. This month, they're going to have a guest from Encompass Business Solutions who's going to talk about small business lending. I may go just to find out more about small business lending.
Yes, you might be on the panel.
I don't know. And then that's at 2 p.m. On the 23rd, and it's at the Pioneer Event Center at 1025 West Pioneer Parkway. That's the old Golden Corral. And the snacks that are provided are by North Texas Elite Catering, which is the lady that owns the Pioneer Event Center, and that's free for anybody. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is last month when I was on, we were talking about the big event in the month of June was going to be our dragon boat races. Well, I told you that our legislative session got canceled because of the snow. Well, unfortunately, we have an abundance of riches and there's too much water in Joe Pool Lake, so we're not going to be able to have our dragon boat races. The city and the High Five, which is the dragon boat racing company that puts it all together, and the chamber all got together, and we've determined that there's going to be too much water in the lake, and it's going to be too dangerous to have the event. So we have postponed the event to August the 22nd or August the 29th. They're still trying to work out exactly when that's going to be. Everybody who's already paid is okay. If for some reason you can't attend, I think there's a refund policy. You again have to get with somebody at the chamber about that. There's still obviously more time now. If you want to participate, there's more time. And last year, my team from the Club Gladiator Summit Division won third place.
Wow, bragging rights.
Right.
Yes.
We're on third. And last year there were three Gladiator teams. This year I think there's like 7 or 8 Gladiator teams, in addition to a lot more that are participating in club teams and things like that. There's a whole list of corporate sponsorships and things like that. Some things are available, some aren't. If you want to participate, and you could just go to the website and join a team. Or you can be a sponsor, or you can be a vendor, you can be a volunteer. There's lots of different things. There's a website for it, which is www.gpdragonboats.com, gpdragonboats.com, and you can see all kinds of things about it, or you can email Sarah at the chamber, and it's Sarah with an H, S-A-R-A-H, and get more information. Call the chamber number. But the Dragon Boat races, which were scheduled for the 16th of this month, have been postponed to August, but we're going to have even a bigger and better event. This year we're planning a bigger and better event, and then obviously it's going to be bigger and better in August.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it, and thank you so much for bringing us all this good information, Bill. It's
No problem.
always great to have you.
I appreciate you having us and letting us talk about the chamber.
Thank you. And we'll be right back.
Make a difference. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Welcome back. And we also welcome our guest, Libby Clausen with the Grand Prairie Arts Council. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Georgia. So glad to be here.
Great to have you, and it's always good to hear what's going on with the Arts Council.
Well, this is a real important time of year for us. It's our annual summer musical that we always do in June. This year we're very excited to present Shrek the Musical. We're in rehearsals. The sets are coming together. They've had a costume fitting. It's all coming together great, and we don't want folks to miss this one. It's a really fun, it's really unusual. Shrek the Musical actually does come from the movie that was out. And this is live on stage. You will see Shrek live on stage. It's really interesting to see how that makeup comes together for him. We have a cast and crew of 48 people. About half of those people are from Grand Prairie, and the other half are from throughout the Dallas area. You're going to see some old familiar faces that we have. We have Zachary and Michael Weiss from the Weiss family who've been with us for years, and we've watched these boys grow up. We also have a couple of the Coca family, Anna Coca and her son Jeremy. We've had them for years. Jeremy has grown up with us as well, and it's so fun to see these kids who start out with us so young and grow up through the system come back as such talented actors and actresses. We've got some new faces from outside the area that are coming in, so we've got a really great variety. The cast and crew are so excited about this show. You're going to see a lot of your favorite fairy tale characters in the show, but what we want folks to know is this is not a children's production. It's also for the grown-ups. The kids are going to love it, but a lot of the humor the kids aren't going to get, but the adults are just going to love. So don't think it's just bring all the kids to this. If you enjoy theater, if you enjoy musical theater, you're going to love this show. It's really a funny, satirical look at all of the fairy tales, but it's still great for the little ones up to all ages.
And Libby, who is your director?
Eric Kreiner, who also grew up with us. You know, he's come up
Yes.
through the system. He got our scholarship when he graduated, went on to school. Now he's back. He's also our costumer. He's a professional costumer with Costumes by Dusty, and he does a lot of the directing of our larger productions. So we're very excited to have him. And of course, Matt Batts, the president of the Arts Council, has built the sets, along with his helpers Robbie Bond and Cindy Brickett have helped him as well. Our friend Sergio Tobias has done some of the artwork. It's just going to be a beautiful production. Every time I say the sets just can't get any better, and Matt outdoes himself every time. So, and the costumes, Eric has really done an amazing job with all these fairy tale costumes.
And they're all such talented people.
They really are. We are so fortunate here in Grand Prairie to have such a great core production team with the Arts Council, and then we can fill in where we need, but we've always got our core team together from here in Grand Prairie that puts on the shows that we know the community here enjoys seeing.
And Libby, you mentioned Shrek's makeup. Who's doing the makeup for you?
Actually, Eric is. Eric and a couple of the other cast members. It takes a really long time to get Shrek looking the way he does each and every night. So Eric is training a few of the cast members to help with that. And then Theona, we have 3 Theonas. We have a young Theona who is Carly Sims, who is one of our local girls who has been doing shows with us. She and her mom Karen and her sister Trisha have all been doing shows with us. Carly is the young Theona. We have a new young lady, Callie Menard, who is teen Theona, and then Rachel Blizzard, who is brand new with us, who is the adult Theona. And then Shrek, we have a young Shrek too, who is Michael Weiss, and then Zachary Weiss is in it as well. So it is such a fun production. Everything you know from the movie, but live on stage. Going to be a whole lot of fun. We want folks to know that is June 12th and 13th at 8 o'clock, 13th and 14th at 2 o'clock. So we have a Friday evening show, a Saturday and Sunday matinee, and then a Saturday evening show. So it's the 12th through the 14th and the 19th through the 21st. Tickets are on sale on our website at artsgp.org. No extra fee if you want to buy them right there online with your credit card. You can print them out, or we can hold them at will call for you. If you prefer to deal directly with the box office, you can call them at 972-237-8786. You can also stop by the box office during a weekday and pick up your tickets as well.
And it's fun that's appropriate for the entire family,
It
right?
absolutely is. Fun. So we like to keep our summer musicals fun for the whole family. And going to be a lot of fun things. We've set up a standard of doing a photo booth in the lobby. So we'll have that again. That's a lot of fun for folks to come in and take a picture there in the lobby as a little memento. And it's a fundraiser for the Arts Council.
That is great, Libby.
So we're really excited. The cast and crew, the voices, Tim Studstill is our musical director, as well as putting our orchestra together. We're going to have a live orchestra in the pit, 6 or 7 musicians down in the pit, and Tim is directing that. He's done a fantastic job with the music. The voices in this show are just amazing, and I've never seen a cast quite as excited as this one is about a show. So I really think people want to get their tickets and be sure not miss this one because it's only those 2 weekends.
Yes, and I've never seen that musical, so I'm looking forward to that.
It is. It's fairly new, which we're very excited. We're one of the first companies in the Dallas-Fort Worth area to do the show, and I think everybody's going to be doing it, but we're one of the first to get it. So it is exciting, kind of have something new that folks may not have seen before.
Absolutely. It's
So it's going to
exciting.
be a whole lot of fun. We want folks to be sure and come.
Yes.
And then we also want to know we are registering children for our Summer in the Arts. And we still have spots available. We're about half filled. We do have limits on what we can take. So people can still register their kids for Summer in the Arts, July 6th through 10th. We have our Art Explosion. I have 4 of the best art teachers from the Grand Prairie School District who are coming to work with us. Kevin Pennebaker, Lynn Summers, Danielle Kent, and Chris Lewis, doing some fantastic things with the kids. You're not going to want to miss this. They use us kind of an experimental lab for things they may do in the future. So the kids in our Art Explosion really get to do some cool things.
What a great opportunity.
And then we're doing 2 musical theater camps. We're doing a 1 week, July 13 through 17 of Schoolhouse Rock Live, if you just have 1 week. If you want to put your kid in our full-blown 2-week theater production of Shrek Jr., that's July 20th through August 1st, and we do 3 performances of that show at the Uptown Theater. So our summer musical, you have to be 14 years old to be in it, except for Carly Sims, who's playing young Fiona.
Right.
So what we want the kids under 14, come see Shrek the Musical, and then come do Shrek Jr. in the summer with us.
Perfect.
We're going to be using a lot of the same cool sets, so the kids will get to do that. We're going to have great costuming from Eric and Costume by Dusty's again, and Eric Kreiner's directing that one as well. So we've put together a really great team for our summer arts program as well. So we want folks, the prices are really reasonable for our summer program. I don't think you can beat it to put your kids in a really worthwhile program. If you sign up for the whole month, you can do that for just $425 with the
Wow.
discount. So
Yes, that is great. What
Yeah.
a great opportunity. Libby, thank you so much for bringing us all this summer fun.
you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us today. I'm Georgia Clemson reminding you that it's happening in Grand Prairie.